with Jenny Williams, who today in the Advertiser got on number 21. I don't think it's in any particular order, but recognising the Wonder Woman of South Australia. So congratulations, and Jenny, and did you know you'd appear on a list like this?
No, it's actually not Wonder Women of South Australia, it's Sports Women, and probably it's a really nice list to be on, not because, like it's anything that you could go, yeah, how good you are, but it's actually the fact that I think for Marg Ralston and myself to be older, I think, and be on this list is important, because quite often the men who are on a list like this would be in their 50s or 60s or 70s because of their prowess in business, or, that they're still on a lot of things. Well, I find one of the biggest problems is women disappear. And if you did this list 10 years ago, you'd probably have a lot of different women on, and maybe in 10 years' time, that'll be the same thing. And so this becomes one of those real challenges for women, is that those who are around actually find a way of staying relevant and actually being part of it.
What do you think could change, and what does it mean having a list like this?
A list like this, I think, is just probably a reflection that there is a movement going on in women's sport, that, equal pay, having a look at recognition, all of that is starting to happen, and it is important. But like any other list, it's just a list. Now, as I said, it is a really important thing that we understand that we can keep learning. And for a lot of the people that are even on the list, it's because at the moment they are actually in the limelight. And that happens far too often in women's sport, and also in men's, that people sort of see, oh, yes, it'll be like this in 10 years' time for me. And I'll go, actually, it's too easy for people, once the fame goes, to actually lose their influence. And that's probably one of the challenges, is that what can you do after you finish playing to make sure that your sport or the people that you work with really see some sort of change? And for me, probably having a look at it is, I not only look at working in sport, but actually how can I actually make sure that the next generations are not only in sport, but also mentally healthy? And that's probably one of the big things. And maybe how can we get more of these women to move on to coaching?
And Jenny, on a list like this, what do we need more of?
Well, having a look at it, it's great to see the variety that are there. But again, also a lot of it is actually a chance to have a look at the fact that we don't have a lot of women who are actually on boards. We don't have a lot of women who are actually coaching. So, like some of the great athletes who are on here, and there's also some people that are missing that I'd say, like Jan Sterling, who has been a great coach and is also someone still involved in the game, and probably not visible because she's not in South Australia at the moment, and that could be the criteria that's there. And picking any list, you're always going to be right or wrong on these things, but my biggest thing is, I think women disappear after about the age of 30. Too many we don't see, and it's one of the areas that I'd really like to make sure that a lot of these women who are on here, and many I work with, are still around, visible, and actually taking a proactive position no matter how old they get.